Hi everyone, this is my part. Here are some key connections between the skeletal system and sport. First, structural support. Ang naa sa structural support is bone strength. Bone strength, strong bones are essentials for athletes to withstand the physical demands of their sport. Weight-bearing exercises like running, jumping, and weightlifting help strengthening bones. Bone strength in Tagalog, lakas ng buto. In the Cebuano is kusog sa bukog. What is the meaning of strengthening? Strengthening it's paglig-on sa imuhang mga kabukugan. The importance of strong bones and the proper alignment for the athlete. Strong bones help withstand the physical demands of sports, while proper alignment ensures efficient movement and prevent injuries with living. Exercise like running and weightlifting can strengthen bones and maintaining a good posture and help with alignment. So, ang naparte sa bones strengthening, for examples of a strong bones, it's just like running and weightlifting. It because it's running, it's a called of strong bones. Strong bones mo na siya ang pinaka-examples of the bone strengthening. Next, second, leverage and movement. What is leverage and movement? Pagkilos at paggalaw. Joints allow for flexibility and range of motion, enabling athletes to perform complex movements. Muscle attachments provides attachment points of muscles, allowing them to exert force and create movement. So joints provide flexibility and range of motion, allowing athletes to perform complex movement. Bones also serve attachment points for muscles, enabling them to exert force and create movement. For examples, for the strong bones, just like basketball. Basketball joints for a wide range of motions, such as jumping, shooting, and dribbling. Gymnastic joints for extreme flexibility and range of motions. Una ang examples of leverage and movement. Third, protection. Vital organs. The skull protects the brain and the ribs protects the heart and lungs. The protection is vital of athletes of withstand impacts and collisions. So what is the protection of the movement in your body? The protection is the protective function of the skull and the rib cage in athletes. These bones shield vital organs like the brain, heart, and lungs from the injuries during impacts and collisions. For example, football players' helmet protects their head from the collisions, while their shoulder pads and the rib pads help prevent injuries to their heart and lungs during tackles and collisions. Next is injury prevention. Bone density. What is bone density? Density ng buto or densidad sa bukog. Low bone density osteoporosis can increase the risk of fractures, particularly in sports that involve jumping or high-impact movements. Proper technique, correct technique in sports can help reduce the stress on bones and joints, preventing injuries. Low bone density osteoporosis can increase the risk of fractures, especially in sports that involve jumping and high-impact movements. This is because weaker bones are more susceptible to breaking under the stress. Injury of prevention. That is. Example of injury prevention: basketball players who frequently jump and land with force and act a higher risk. Next, proper technique. Husto ng technique o wastong pamamaraan. Proper form helps distribute force more evenly, reducing the strength of specific areas. Example of proper technique is running, maintaining a good posture, avoiding overstraining, and landing with the midfoot to minimize impact of the knees and the ankles. Next is performance enhancement, power and speed. Power and speed, strong and well-aligned skeletal system can contribute to increased power, speed, and athletic performance. Balance and coordination. The skeletal system provides a stable base for balance and coordination, which are essentials for many sports. Power and speed. A strong and well-aligned skeletal system helps athletes generate more force and accelerate quickly. In sport like a sprinting or weightlifting, it's just like a strong strong bonds. Then balance and coordination. A strong and flexible skeletal system helps an athlete maintain balance and execute complex movements with precision in a gymnastic or dancing. Performance and enhancing is a sprinting of with lifting, and the balance and coordination is a gymnastic or dancing. Ay mo kalibo guys. And the next of topic is the types of muscles. There are three main types of muscle tissues in a human body. First is a skeletal muscles. This is the most common type of muscle tissues and attached to bones. It is voluntary, meaning you can control its movement. Skeletal muscles and is responsible for movement and posture and generating heat. Skeletal muscles is the most common type is attached to the bones. This is a common attached to the bone. This is a called of skeletal muscle. It is voluntary, meaning you can control its movement. Imong kontrolon ang imong paglihok. Then, example of skeletal muscles include to the biceps, quadriceps, and the pectorals. This is a voluntary muscle attached to the bone. Summary. Yes, I will show you for what this is a biceps. This is a bicep, guys. Kanang dere siya bicep. Next is a pectorals. Pectorals kanang nasa tindre. Pectorals. Next is quadriceps. Quadriceps, guys. Ano siya? So, mo to guys, ang the part of the skeletal muscles. Next of the types of muscles, the second, cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles, this type of muscle is only found in the heart of a voluntary, meaning you cannot control its movement. Cardiac muscle contracts rhythmically for pump blood throughout the body. Smooth muscles, this type of muscle is found in the walls of organs, blood vessels, and the digestive system. It is a voluntary and contracts slowly to help with digestion, blood flow, and other bodily functions. So cardiac muscles is only found in the heart. It is a voluntary, meaning you cannot control its movement of your body. Cardiac muscles contracts rhythmically to pump blood throughout the body. Examples: heart muscles. Voluntary muscles to found only in the heart. That's for cardiac muscles, guys. Next is to the last is smooth muscles is found in the walls of organs, blood vessels, and the digestive system. It is voluntary and contracts slowly to help with digestion, blood flows, and other bodily functions. Examples: muscles in the walls of the intestines, blood vessels, and bladder. This is a smooth muscles, guys. What is three main types of muscles? First is skeletal muscles. The second is cardiac muscles. And the third is smooth muscles. There are the types of muscles, guys. The next topic, guys, is all about of how muscles works. Muscles are composed of bundles of muscles fibers. Fibers. These fibers contain the structure called myofibers of grills, which are made up of protein filaments called actin and myosin. When a muscle contracts, the actin and myosin filaments slide past each other, shortening the muscle fibers. This process requires energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Is a muscle, it's called, ang ingon nila, dire, how muscle works. Muscle generate energy. To generate your energy, energy meant is kusog from the food and oxygen that come through your bloodstream. Muscle use in energy to contract shorten. The bigger the muscles are and the more blood supply they are have, the stronger they cannot be contract. Muscles are made up of the bundles of muscles fibers. These fibers are contain tiny structures called myofibers, which are composed of a protein filaments called actin and myosin filaments. Slide past each other, shortening the muscles fibers. This process requires energy in the form of the ATP adenosine represent. Examples of the muscles works. Muscles work. Muscles contraction is when you bend your elbow. The bicep muscles in your upper arm contracts, folding your forearm, reducing to your shoulder. So that's all, guys. Thank you for listening for this my part of report, guys. For the title is enhancement of movement for the group 3, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.